Hello, welcome to the Richly or Poorly Show. My name is Dr. Stephen Dawson, and I'm your show host. Thank you for joining me. Please visit shdawson.com/podcast and click on the link offer to learn about the Richly or Poorly Show. I invite you to visit the podcast webpage. Scroll down to the bottom of this webpage to receive the transcript of each show episode. Transcripts await you, so you can copy either any or all of them to your device, so you can have them with you to help you live your life more richly. Also, you will see a link on the podcast webpage at the beginning of the episode list to the show episode map webpage. The map presents the show episodes to you by topic, so you can both find and enjoy a group of show episodes with ease. Please visit shdawson.com/subscribe to join my optional email list to receive time-sensitive news on the Richly or Poorly Show, my public speaking activities, and anything else that is suitable for me to send to you. Please listen to, follow, and like the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever you listen. And please remember to leave the show a nice review. Please share the show with your friends. Send them the link to my podcast webpage and offer to help them set up their device to subscribe to the show. Thank you to the 6 streaming services that syndicate the Richly or Poorly Show. Thank you to the anonymous individual and contributor sponsors of the Richly or Poorly Show. Still looking for my first commercial sponsor. Finally, please continue to email your questions and comments about the show to service@shdawson.com. The show's motto is unmistakable. Richly is goodly. Please consider how you define the term good as we journey through life together in your pursuit of defining the term richly in your life. Last week, I continued to present on the topic of relationships. I presented the 5th step in establishing a relationship: determine inputs, processes, and outputs. I shared that the basis for a relationship is a longer duration than that of a team in a project. All team members have the relationship attribute. However, the starting point of formation for any relationship is different from that of forming a team. A team has a purpose to accomplish. A relationship has no purpose other than to relate as the events unfold through a set of individualized, guided preferences. I invite you to review the Teaming Series episodes of April 7th, 2026 through May 19th, 2026, as you see fit, to better understand the episode I present to you today. It has taken several episodes to present relationships to you in preparation for presenting the 5 academic skills necessary for success to you. This is the next to last episode in the relationship series. Today, I will continue to present on the topic of relationships. I will present the 6th step in establishing a relationship. I presented on December 9th, 2025, the first principle I have found as paramount, undeniable, and non-negotiable to living life more richly. Understand your data life cycle. I presented on May 26, 2026, the second principle I have found as paramount, undeniable, and non-negotiable to living life more richly. Purpose defines process. I provided you with a thought 3 weeks ago that a relationship can be viewed as a license. I shared that there is a hard limit to all relationships. A license can be viewed as a cost to participate. A license can be viewed as answering questions about performance to those who issue the license, and that a license can be revoked. I presented the input process output model in the December 16th, 2025 episode, and I used the model as the means to explain the flow of wisdom in March 10th, 2026 episode. The December 16th, 2025 episode was an episode to help form the listener relationship. The March 10th, 2026 episode was a topic connector that presented additional information to help the listener gain further insights through a deeper contextual understanding. I invite you to review these two episodes as you see fit to better understand the episode I present to you today. The step to determine inputs, processes, and outputs exists entirely to protect you. There is no guarantee that anyone will protect you except you. Any agreement you reach with any person about your relationship with them has no guarantees that the other person will hold up their end of the agreement they formed with you. The benefit of the determine inputs, processes, outputs step is not only protection by intent, but also any other unintended outcomes that benefit you in conducting your relationship. Please understand that it is impossible to have all inputs, processes, and outputs defined in a relationship. They can be and must be defined in a team. The reason they must be defined in a team is that a team has a purpose to accomplish. A team accomplishes specific results, being specific outputs, to form specific outcomes. A relationship exists with almost endless flexibility. The only parts of the relationship that are not flexible are found in step 4, determine boundaries. The only way boundaries can continue to exist after you declare them is what you accomplish in step 5, determine inputs, processes, outputs. The 6th step in establishing a relationship is determine adjustments. The step to determine adjustments is accomplished when you, and you alone, have decided the step to determine inputs, processes, outputs needs modification. The modification needed is defined by step 1, determine value. The relationship you have is not working as you prefer. You value the relationship to the point you want it to continue, and you decide you need to adjust something in your determine inputs, processes, outputs step. Now, it is possible that you decide you want to change either your determine type or your determine amount steps. The relationship formation steps occur in order. So, any step you need to modify requires you go one step back in the list, accomplish the preceding step, and then proceed again through the list. So your relationship is formed as you prefer. If you need to modify step 5, for example, then you at least need to modify step 4 first before modifying step 5. If you need to modify step 4, then you need to at least modify step 3. You then proceed to adjust all the steps as you see fit, so you are happy with the relationship structure that you want to have in place. Let's take your listening to this podcast as an example. You chose to listen to it by your own free will. You could do other things, but here you are listening to me, sharing my offer of help to you by way of our relationship. There are dozens and dozens of listeners of this show at any given time doing the same thing as you. They all want to live their life more richly, as do you. How do you value the relationship you have with me? through listening to the Richly or Poorly Show. I value greatly what I do to deliver the show with excellence. I cannot measure what I do not have for listener feedback without forming a relationship with them. How do you expect to grow to your full potential without forming a relationship with me? Please visit shdawson.com/podcast and click on the link offer. I invite you to then click the link sponsors to learn about the 4 types of sponsors so you can help sponsor a part of the Richly or Poorly Show. I thank you for your help in funding the show's cost to both assist you and the other listeners in living life more richly. I recall when I was in high school that my 11th grade mathematics teacher told us not to eat lunch, but to have a small snack. I had her class right after lunch. I thought she was out of her mind for such a suggestion. She went on to explain that the blood in the body moves to digestion and strains the mind's ability to think. She was a reputable intellect in the field of mathematics, but a horrible teacher. You will hear more about her in the coming weeks. Suffice it to say today, I did not have a good relationship with her. I wanted to learn mathematics, and I was happy to learn mathematics from her. What I was unwilling to do was to be berated as a student for having her class after lunch. I held the view then, as I do today, that a good teacher would have a way to teach students after lunch. Oddly, she, in her 40 years of teaching, did not know such a teaching technique. I am all for adjusting a relationship when necessary. I am not for adjusting a relationship daily. It is my worldview that a relationship has some expected amount of consistency to it. If there is a constant state of change, then I struggle to believe there is a relationship between the two people. A home with instability struggles children to accomplish learning, as they are in fear for their ability to be safe. I have no interest in being in a relationship where the other person feels unsafe from anything I either do or could do. The same is true for anything the other person may do to me that either is or could be unsafe. I've accomplished many activities over the years, such as parachuting, rock climbing, rappelling, and deep sea diving. All these activities are indeed risky to the point of being life-threatening. They are not the same as trying to have a cup of coffee with someone, or help them fix something at their house, or help them when they are in the hospital being treated for cancer. These are examples of the determined type step. I could walk away and tell them I do not want to be bothered with having a cup of coffee with them, or helping them fix whatever is broken, or that I do not want to go to the hospital and see them when they are near death. If I have any degree of intelligence, then I know that the determined value step could occur where the roles are reversed, and I need to sit and have a cup of coffee with someone, or I need some help fixing something, or I am in the hospital with cancer and would like someone to come and see me for a few minutes. A way to view the determined adjustment step is things are bad. I see the determined adjustments step as a way to help a good relationship become even better, when good is fine for the moment. If good is the enemy of best, then the determined adjustment step is perpetual. It is unlikely the determined adjustments step will be perpetual based on my worldview, which has the belief that a relationship has some expected amount of consistency to it. But this is me. How about you? I spoke with some coworkers last year that I had not spoken with in almost 40 years. I was amazed to learn how we all chewed on the same topics over the years. We each looked at things that were not going well then over the years and tried to figure out what was wrong at the time. Almost all had reached the same conclusions as I did. Summarizing the conclusions, the lack of how to relate to one another suffered our ability to work with excellence as a team. We did our work well, and we earned awards for our quality of work as a team. However, we did not spend much time together after work. We did not have to spend time together after work, but it does seem now like it would have helped form our relationships then. We simply did not know how to form relationships, so we were clueless about the root of the problem. We knew how to do our work and did so as a team, but not in strong relationships. I do not see it best that new workers spend time building relationships with their coworkers. I see it best to learn how to do the job, then become a part of the team, then accomplish success, then look to build a relationship beyond work. All workers are paid to work, not to do anything else during work time. This statement is only true for a worker who is being paid to deliver productive work output. A worker paid to sit there and collect a check, well, this is a case when politics overrides capitalism. A great way for a new worker to be an ex-worker, also known as a former worker, is to not deliver on their job requirements. Coworkers who force a new worker to explain their entire life to them when the new worker starts the position are not interested in the new worker. They are banding together as one entity to operate as a bully, trying to find out the entire worldview of the new worker as soon as possible, without disclosing their worldviews. If the worldview of the new worker does not match the existing workers, then the existing workers try to have the new worker either terminated or resign from their job. How do I know this is the truth? Simple. There is no productive worker that is going to quit their job only for a new worker's benefit. The aspect of income assurance in the form of paycheck perseverance is evidence of this behavior. Check out the webpage shdawson.com/podcast. Scroll down to the transcript search engine. Enter the term bully to search for and locate all the show episodes where I address how a bully causes you to live your life poorly and how I offer you help to eliminate a bully from your life. Next week, we conclude the series on relationships. I expect you will be shocked to learn the final step. I hold this expectation as it is a rare behavior in the world of today. It is a behavior that I have found to be an absolute in living life more richly. Please remember, we are moving toward presenting the 5 academic skills necessary for success to you. These 5 skills are based on literally everything I have presented to you since the beginning of the Richly or Poorly show last December. It is crucial for your success in living your life more richly to have a good grasp of what I am presenting in each episode for you to benefit from the 5 academic skills necessary for success. Well, that's it for today. Richly is goodly. Please consider all you've heard from me today. I hope you are excited about how you can apply the material I present to you on the show to your life, so you can live your life more richly than you have ever known. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Rich They're Poorly Show. I've enjoyed presenting to you today. Until the next episode, I hope you will be safe. And join me next week. Until then.